good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in podcast land. Brendan Cunningham, the real estate doctor, featuring new glasses, looking very professorial. Matt Paul, we're going to talk about all the things that you were afraid to even think about when it comes to real estate, and maybe some of the things you're afraid to ask about. What's going on? All kinds of crazy things.
Yeah,
interest rates.
Busy week.
Interest rates. What's going on there?
They dipped down a little bit.
Dipped down a little bit. Biggest drop in a year. They're now about 6.29. What does that mean? Well, on a $400,000 mortgage, it's $200 savings a month.
Yeah. Yep.
One little factor.
Yep. Or you can increase your borrowing ability.
Increase your borrowing ability. It's a big thing. If ever you were waiting on the side, well, maybe interest. This is it.
Yep.
This is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah. I had a client earlier this year that when it was at 7%, it went down to 6 and 7.5, and he was approved for $30,000 more, which took him out of the really heavily, it was competitive market. North Tonawanda.
The North Tonawanda, like 300,000 range is tough, right?
Yes.
Now.
Yep. Yeah.
275, tough.
So after that, we were able to get him a house. So yeah, this is a very good thing.
So that's a good thing. We had the miracle game in Buffalo. Josh Superman Allen does it again. Yep. I stayed to the bitter end. I did say a Hail Mary and closed my eyes on the kick, but that's beside the point.
It's all right. You made it work.
He made it work. Love that guy. What's his name? Prater?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, the new kicker. Yeah.
If they don't make a movie about this guy, they're never making a movie.
41 years old.
41 years old. He's an assistant high school teacher, coach. Assistant. He gets the call. Yeah. Please, you're killing me.
I know. I came in Thursday for the game Sunday.
Red eye.
What a great.
Said you all right? Terrific.
It was a record breaker.
Just fabulous.
Yep. We're excited here.
Okay, so that's a cool thing, and I did want to talk about you know the expression "there's the elephant in the room."
Oh yeah.
There's an elephant right now in Western New York. It's not in the room, but we can hear it screaming and pounding in the jungle out there. And the jungle's right next door to us, right? We can hear it. Woo, woo, it's making all these noises. And you know what the elephant is? Come January 1st. Talk about disruptors. Come January 1st in New York State. All new construction.
Yep.
All new construction. Now, by the way, I'm told that fewer than 10% of the public knows about this.
Yeah, but it was all over the news.
But no one reads. We understand that. Nobody. So there are some people that are talking about this, but January 1st, no new, right around the corner, 3 months from now, 3.5, right around the corner, every home that gets built, new construction, after the first of the year, has to be all electric.
All electric.
All electric.
Yep.
Okay, let's think about this ridiculous law that's on the books. The builders are up in arms, as they should be. Mm-hmm. Thank God for guys like Dominic Cortese. Mm-hmm. He's got his radio show. He's a local contractor up here. He's been beating this drum for probably well over a year. And it's like nobody's listening. It's like, let's think about this. If I have and in new construction in Western New York is a little different from other places because it's high end mostly. Mostly. Yep. Okay, so we have the top of the market. And I want to build a house, and you tell me that I have to have all electric. Have to. Now, we have winter. I mean, we have famous winters. We had 47 people die in the blizzard 2 years ago.
And what do generators require? Gas.
We're going to burn.
So now you can't use a generator.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Stop.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just so ridiculous. So if I'm in that category of buyer, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to build.
No.
And I don't think I'm by myself on that decision to not build. So what am I going to do instead? I'm going to look for a house that's maybe a year old. Yep. Or I'm going to look for a house that's maybe 30 years old.
Yep.
That's
make it yours.
And I'll figure it out. But now I've got gas in there. They can't tell me I can't take the gas out. Now, if my gas stove breaks,
then you can't get a new one.
As of 230, I got 5 years to replace it with my gas. But at 230, they're going to change. If this law doesn't change, it screws up the top of the market. Mm-hmm. And if you screw up the top of the market, it screws up the rest of the market.
Yeah. And that's going to add to the inventory problems we already have.
Disastrous.
Yep.
And it's like some people are starting to talk about it, but not enough. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say they should be burning the governor in effigy on this, but I think the builders certainly want to.
Well, and look at all the local press that we've seen about how much the electric has gone up. So since these smart meters, so now you're
it's smart.
that. I mean, my electric bill's over $200 a month. I mean, it's you know, and living in the city of Buffalo, and also my power after the Italian festival gets knocked out almost every year because they overload the system. So if that can't handle a street festival,
can't handle a street festival.
let alone plugging in your cars and then an entire house being electric, our system is going to totally.
It's the stupidest rule that I've ever seen. And people say, "Well, you do know we have to save the planet." This is not going to save the planet.
No.
This is going to just screw things up even worse. So the quality of our life is seriously compromised.
Yep.
And I'm just calling it to your attention. And we may talk about it from time to time amidst some of the other things that are going on out there. But this is huge. This is so huge.
Absolutely.
People need to really, I mean, if you want to go out and demonstrate and picket, that's the thing you need to demonstrate and picket on.
Because everyone's going to be affected.
Everyone's going to be affected. You have no idea the implications of this. You know, they talk about, what is it, Murphy's Law, the law of unintended consequences? Please. You don't even know.
Yep. And it's already scary as it is with what we.
And let's think about this. Like, all real estate is local. Okay, so lots of the other places in the country don't have this rule, but we have it. Okay, all of New York State. But now you come down to Buffalo, Western New York. I'm going to go local.
Yep.
One of the things that this market is famous for is it's a very strong first-time buyer market.
Yeah.
But when you screw the top up, you screw the whole chain up.
In the entry.
Okay, so you screw the whole chain up. So now it's broken at the top, and it's going to be broken at the bottom.
Everywhere in between.
This is not good, man. No. This is not good. No. So I don't know how to say it more plainly like that, but write your congressman, scream at your congressman, and say, listen, are you guys dead from the friggin' neck up? What the hell is going on here?
This doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
Even the power grid and the specialists that know that it cannot sustain already just the electric vehicles, let alone all the other
electric vehicles.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, great. That's great. Yeah. I mean,
so it's definitely.
They want the death count to go from 47 to 47,000.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what they want.
Because generators saved so many lives during that. Because from sump pumps, kicking on to just being able to heat your house, and I mean
power failures. I mean, I'm very fortunate. I've never had a power failure since I've lived here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I've moved around, so I sort of missed when they're having that. But it was in East Aurora. Never had a power failure there. I lived in Hamburg, never had power there. I'm in the city, never had a power failure there. But other people around me do.
Yeah, everywhere I lived, we had at least one power outage a year.
I think it was the October storm, October 13th years ago. It was really wild. It was just crazy. We had so much snow, it destroyed the trees because we had leaves on the trees. Right? But power went out. I have a friend, very good friend of mine. He's a realtor, works for a friendly competitor. He had the coolest basement bar in the world. It was like better than going to the bar bill, where Josh Allen hangs out. It was just a bomb. He had water up to the ceiling because the power went out.
Yep. And then the sump pump doesn't work.
Sump pump and the backup sump pump. Everything's going. Here we go.
Yep.
So.
No, it's definitely a big issue.
So talk to whoever you can talk to your neighbor and say, do you know about this electric thing that they're doing? They're going to electrify all the houses.
Yep.
If that's what you want, great. It's your option.
Yes.
Great.
But don't make it mandatory.
You make it mandatory, and then you don't have a system that can sustain it. Yeah. What the hell are you doing? Are you running for village idiot?
Yeah.
Because that job's been taken by the government. Is that too much?
That's true.
Okay, but come on, man, you're killing me.
Yep. Hey, we're fully transparent here.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to. Yeah, but I shake my head and say, what could these people be thinking? Yeah. It's that sort of morality that, you got to save the planet. This is not going to save the planet. The last thing in the world is going to do is save the planet.
Yep.
It's just going to kill people around here locally.
Yep. So hopefully that gets stopped, but it's coming quick, like you said.
We talk about disruptors in our business. EXP is a major disruptor. We've changed the way real estate gets done because, frankly, you don't need to rent office space anymore because we have a system in place where you can get office space. I don't want to say gratis, but gratis.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's included.
All around the world. We have offices all around the world. And we have the technology so that we recognize that people aren't going to the offices anyway.
Yep.
So fine, you can work remotely. And here's the best part about the working remotely thing. I said, I don't want to be all by myself. We know more people now than when we had offices where people used to meet.
Yes, and we communicate.
And we communicate with them.
Just as
We
much.
do have, I have, colleagues that I'm working with in the Boston area. That's Massachusetts, not New York State. So it's actually, it's a major disruptor in this. And we have other things that, we give our agents the rev share, and 5 other revenue streams, stock options. No one else does that. It's insurance. It's the same kind of disruptor as like Blockbuster Video
back in the day.
They're not around anymore. They just couldn't keep up. That was a good model back then, but it doesn't work anymore.
Nope.
So that's a disruptor. The interest rate coming down, that's a disruptor. It's a small disruptor, but depending on your situation, it could be a major disruptor.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, getting actually back to the Blockbuster, who took them out of the business ultimately? Netflix.
Yeah.
And Netflix, they just kept evolving and evolving. And I remember when I lived in New York City, you would get discs.
They'd send you the disc, and you'd keep it for a week, you'd lose it. They were good with it. Yeah, whatever.
But then they just started the streaming. And now, look, they're hosting a huge
they're producing movies.
Pay-per-view, a free fight this weekend.
Oh, the fight.
Yeah, they've just kept evolving and evolving, where Blockbuster unfortunately didn't.
Yeah.
That's what our company just keeps
evolving. We just keep evolving and evolving and evolving, and they keep bringing out programs to help us service our client base better.
Yep.
And that's why we have the I hate to say slogan, but that's why our motto is where the pros go, because they know they can do a better job for their clients. Now, does that help them make more money? Yeah, it does, but because they can do a better job.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
They can sell more houses because they're doing a better job. This part is not rocket science.
No,
but yeah, so the interest rate coming down, that's a disruptor. Yep. The new build ordinance
code.
What a friggin' major disruptor. That can be, or might be, or will be. And I don't say it's up to you, because the time's running out on that one.
It is.
They got to stop. That law's ready to go.
Yep.
Right? They got to get somebody to say, yeah, we changed our mind.
Yes.
That's a big deal to do with these guys.
It sure
is. Because they move slowly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What if they go on vacation like every other week? I don't understand. I want a job like that. How do I do that?
Right? Yeah, we're in the wrong business for that.
Or get the job as a superintendent in schools, where they fire you after 5 years and they have to pay you off. It's crazy.
I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah, I want to get that job. Yep. But yeah, so there's things happening in the business. If you think, things that most people don't really care about it until they need to do something.
Exactly.
They don't follow it,
Yep.
and they'll say things like, "So how's the market? What are you talking about buying? Oh, I'm just curious. How's the market?"
Very general.
Our market is different from the regular market. I mean, your market and my market.
Yep.
We do well, whatever the market is.
Yep.
Because there's always somebody buying, there's always somebody selling, and 80% of the market never goes away. Death, divorce, and transfer.
Correct.
So generally speaking, we tend to be pretty much stable, but it affects the consumers.
It absolutely does, which then trickles down to us eventually, but it's still,
Major disruptor last year was August 17th.
Yeah.
They changed the way we do business.
Absolutely.
An agent can't show you a house unless you have a written contract.
Yep. Not one house.
Not one house.
So if you've never met them before, you have to
have to have a contract.
Yep.
Now, it used to be before you could just have a disclosure, say we work for you, and that was certainly good enough. And we still have to do that. But now on top of that, we have to have a contract.
Yep.
So the only way you can see a house other than with an agent, if it's on the market,
would be the open house.
Would be an open house.
Yep.
And at 1 o'clock, the open house is over. Now you got to make an appointment.
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting too. I did an open house on Sunday, and sometimes you see the market evolving in terms of consciousness. I think we had goofy buyers that day.
Yeah.
Because the house was in really good shape. It had a couple of tweaks that needed to get done. And I said, listen, these people are old. I met the son at the open house. Okay. The son was older than I.
Oh, wow.
Don't you laugh at that.
Yeah, wow.
So at any rate, and he introduced me to the parents. Parents are lovely people, but they're old. And I said, listen, a couple little tweaks, you're going to see them. They're probably not going to do them because they're old.
Yeah.
And the rest of the stuff is so outstanding that they did.
Great.
And one guy said, obviously I'm going to have a home inspector. Absolutely, you'd have to have 100 home inspectors. Doesn't bother me. He says, I'm wondering if they have photographs, because all the windows have been replaced, all the siding have been done, all the roof, all the stuff had been done. He says, I'm wondering if they had photographs of the windows before they removed them, so that I could look to see the wood if it was rotted. I'm thinking to myself, this is the definition of the words non-buyer.
Yeah.
if you're looking that closely,
Yep.
I'm not saying, it's the caveat emptor certainly thing is, but
Oh, yeah.
but if you're looking that closely, and you want your home inspector to go that deep in a market where some people are waiving home inspections,
Yeah, you're
good luck on that strategy.
and the home inspector will not peel away
And they can't peel it away either. Unless
can't.
they have X-ray eyes, they can't see it.
Yeah, no.
People don't understand the whole process, but that's probably worth an entire show about homes, what they can do, what they can't do, what they can see, what they can't see. They can't see very much more than you can, but they can look at it differently.
Absolutely. When you go into a basement that has wood paneling all over the place and you can see there's water damage coming through, we can't open it up.
All they can see is wood paneling and water.
Without the permission of the seller. And I have never met a seller that's
they're not going to let you. They're not going to let
it. Because then you disclose it.
Yeah. One of the things they can see, like a crack in the foundation, is a vertical crack, there's a horizontal crack. They can see that, and there are differences.
Oh, 100%.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, we know what they are, but the average consumer might not. So that's a valuable lesson from the home inspector. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to break walls. They're not going to. They're
not allowed to.
That's not a thing.
No, can't rip up carpet to see if there's hardwood underneath.
Somebody asked me that. They said, "Can you rip it?" I said, "No."
Remember, I heard a couple years ago that somebody cut it. Somebody cut someone's carpet and they had to replace it. So
people get really goofy, and that's why the listing agent, it's important for them to be there so they can control some of these things.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things going on in the market right now. If you're waiting for the race to come down, this is it. Get in there.
Yeah.
Jump. News flash. This is, I guess other guys are going to jump too. And now this is the beginning of what they call the second season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
From September to Christmas is the second season. If somebody buys their house now, if they can find a house now, chances are they're probably closed before the end of the year, so that Johnny can be on Christmas vacation, winter vacation, whatever the hell they call it, and then he can start the new semester. That's how it works. It goes by the school calendar. Okay, even if you don't have any kids, it still revolves around the school calendar, unless you're in a resort area.
Yes.
Then it doesn't. But yeah, so there's things. If you're ready to jump, this is a good time to jump. Before, that new construction thing has got me really.
Yeah, and that's coming in January, and usually like you said, after Christmas or the holidays in January, that's usually a little slower time for us. The weather's typically a little worse, and that's a lot of investor traffic, a lot of investor movement. So they're typically looking for a deal, and not willing to pay much over asking and all that. So.
And we're still seeing things going over the asking price all the
absolutely.
time. We were talking about something else, with a lot of offers. I think it was the one person who wrote that article, did the video. 15% of transactions are folding.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, what's that all about? People having buyer's remorse like epic proportions.
Yes. And they named what was Florida, Texas, and California are the three main states. And I think
and those markets are in flux. Not like here. This is very strong here still.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Northeast has remained.
We were not in that mix.
No.
So you always have to ask, does this apply here? What does that mean? What does that mean is a really good question, even if you think you know what it means, because sometimes you don't.
Yeah, just keep asking.
Sometimes we don't. We have to look it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's our news for today. What do you got to say for yourself?
Please follow, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and let us know if you have questions.
And next week we have an independent candidate running for mayor, Michael Gaynor. Because that's a whole other thing going. We have a big mayor's race.
Yes. Yep.
It's not so big because it's the same party.
Yeah.
Since 1961, 70-something years, you had the same party in Tampa. So now there's an independent candidate, and he wants to give his viewpoint as to what's really going on here.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited.
We're excited. And he's an interesting guy. We like this. Yeah. Okay, come back and talk to us. What is it?
Thank you.
Subscribe and all that stuff.
Follow, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.
I love you.